Okay, hi. um, this is totally not going to be super awkward. Um, I guess we should get started. My name's Denali. I'm a multi-crafter living and knitting in Anchorage, Alaska, with my husband, our son, and our sausage dog, who is somewhere over here in a on the opposite side of my WIP pile. Um, let's see. So, like I said, I'm a multi-crafter, mostly a knitter. I do a lot of sewing, crochet. I have a lot of cross-stitch WIPs. Not so many cross-stitch finishes, but lots of WIPs. um, my husband and son have been trying to get me to do um, knitting podcast, cross stitch, plus tube, that whole thing for years because I watch a lot of other people do it, but I've always been kind of scared. I do share video updates on my Instagram stories, but Instagram stories are a lot different when the 90% of the people that are going to see you follow you anyways. YouTube's a little bit different, but I mean, honestly, I don't know how many people are actually going to want to watch this. Um, but that's fine. I also would like to have it as a crafty journal for myself, so that I can look back and see what I've made. And if people watch it, then so be it. So, I guess let's get started. I am not wearing any knits, any me maids. I we live in an older building, and the um, temperatures kind of shift quite often, and it's warm outside, so it is too warm for knits in here. However, I'm wearing my Yarn Club Yarn Buddy sweater that I got from Rebecca Clow from Crayabea. I love this. This is beautiful. I desperately wanted it as soon as I saw it, so I had to order it. um, so let's get started with my knits. I don't have any WIPs to show because, or not WIPs, finishes. Words are hard. I don't have any finishes to show just because this is my first video. So my first WIP is the Skyline pullover from Tori Yu. It's a saddle shoulder, I think is what it's called, and which means you start with this strip of fabric, and because, sorry, I am having troubles finding out where my camera is, even though it's 3 dots. So I decided to go ahead and do some color blocking with it. I love blue. Obviously, my nails are blue, which actually was not intentional. I wanted to do my nails black. I realized my black gel nail polish was empty, and on the lid of this nail polish, it looked like a dark purple, which I also love dark purple. However, it turned out this amazing blue, which I don't know if it'll focus. Yes, it will. Nope, it did, and then it stopped. There. you go. It turned out this amazing blue, and then I did a little, I did a nail polish stamp, I think is what it's called, on my middle finger with a lighter blue. That was a tangent. We're supposed to be focusing on knitting at the moment. Eee. I'm doing a blue and black. I love blue. I love black. I wear a lot of, excuse me, I have hiccups. I wear a lot of dark clothing. This yarn is Loops and Threads Merino Lux. It's a Michael's exclusive yarn. This is my first time knitting with it. It is super soft. I don't know how it's going to hold up. It's a pretty silky yarn. You can't really see. It's a pretty silky yarn, so I'm wondering if it's going to pill a lot. The really soft yarns tend to pill. Honestly, it doesn't really matter if it does. I can depill it. It'll be fine. So that's my first project. And I am going to show this off. So this is my knitting bowl that it's in. I got this from my mom for Christmas a few years back. It's probably been 3 or 4 years. It's from Dry Creek Studio, Sarah. She is a pottery maker in Homer, Alaska. I love her stuff. I have a bowl. I have a honey pot, coffee mugs, and I have 2 of her knitting bowls. She doesn't do the knitting bowls very often because she has this part tends to deform a little bit. But I have 2 of like the very few that she's made. My other one is with my next WIP. But I love it, and I just wanted to show it off. Okay, my next WIP is a recent cast on. By recent, I mean I cast it on last night. And you can't see much of anything. Focus. It's a very dark navy blue and a pinky purple. And this is the Moonlit Magic Socks by Jack of Lattes and Llamas. I said socks. I meant mitts. Words. This pattern has both the mitts, the fingerless mitts, and a full mitt. I love the fingerless mitts, so that's what I'm knitting. The yarn is beautiful. Sorry for all the clinking. The yarn is beautiful, but I have no idea what yarn it is, who it's from, where it's from, where I bought it. I bought it years and years ago. I balled it up for a different project, started that project, didn't like the way it was coming out, pulled it out. I lost the ball bands. I have no idea what this yarn is. So, oops. But I love it. And it is in my other yarn bowl from Sarah. This one has a little carry handle, which I love. It's great for moving to the bedroom if I want to knit in bed. But I love it. It's octopus. I love octopus. I love sea. I love anything. like that. I love this yarn bowl. I actually, she was doing a show in Fairbanks in August, I believe, and my husband, son, and I drove up for a little pre-school starting vacation, and we got there just in time to for me to be able to grab this bowl. And I'm so thankful we did because she sold out so quick. She always sells out pretty quick at her shows, but I love it. It's beautiful. Okay, my next project is in, well, my WIP pile's falling, is in this project bag. I got this in a advent calendar from Julianne at Lovebird Lane. Absolutely love this. This is like my favorite project bag. It's beautiful. So in this is my Tolsta tea. I started this back in the summer, fall. I got the body done, got one of the I'm doing the like V-neck version. And words. I got one one side done. I got started. It's actually this way. I got started on the other one. Still need to do the back ones, but it started getting cold and I wanted to knit sweaters. So that's what I decided to do. I love this color. I really like yellows and mustard colors. This yarn is Cascade. It's one of the fingering weight yarns. I couldn't tell you which one, but it's beautiful. I love it, and I got this yarn while my son and I were in Michigan on vacation. I got it at a little like yarn cross stitch quilting shop in Everett, Michigan, and it was an awesome store. I definitely will be going back the next time we go to Michigan. But I love it, and every time I knit on it, it reminds me of our trip to Michigan this summer. Okay, my next project is also in a project bag made by Julianne from Lovebird Lane. I think this came with one of the advents. I have gotten 3 advents from her, and I think this might have won one of the advents. Seeing as it's Christmas fabric, I assume it was an advent. This was a knit along, and was being the big word. I have all these wonderful intentions of keeping up with knit alongs and stitch alongs in cross stitch. And then I don't. I get distracted. I have to stop to work on other things, and that's what happened with this one. So this is the Arnie and Carlos 2024 stocking. I started this and was keeping up with the 6 rows a day for most of November. I think I got over halfway through, and then I was kind of stressing out because I, not thinking, signed up for 4 test knits that all ended on the same day in the beginning of December. So I ended up putting this down and stress knitting up the rest of my projects. And then I forgot to pick it back up. I honestly should have taken it when we went on our vacation for Christmas. Instead, I took 2 sweater projects, one of which I started and finished on vacation, and then the other one was the Skyline pullover, which I also started. I probably should have done this one, taken it with me. I didn't. Oh well. The yarn is the Wool Ease, Lion Brand Wool Ease. I really like this yarn. It's a 80% acrylic, 20% wool mix. They have it at both Michael's and Joann's. And I decided not to do the red and instead did a mustard color. To be honest, I'm not really a red and green traditional Christmas color person. And I really love this mustard and wanted to work with it. So I did. And I really love the way this is turning out. I will definitely finish this. That way we can have it for next Christmas. And my next 2 knitting projects are both in bags that I made myself. They're not the best. This bag has its issues. This one's better, except for I did not do the bottom part big enough. Anyways, so this first one is a sock WIP for my dad. I had intended to, well, not intended. I have for the last couple years knit my dad's socks for Christmas. This year, however, in like September, October, I decided to shift, and instead of doing socks, I knit him a sweater for Christmas, which I'll put a photo here. It was the Storm sweater from Petite Knit, the men's version, and it was the most stressful knit I've ever done. Mostly because I waited until the last minute to do it, which is stupid. And then I was stressed for a while thinking that I was running out of yarn, which I ended up with a very small ball of yarn left over, and I had shortened the hem ribbing on the bottom because I knew I was not going to have enough to do the called for amount of ribbing. But I liked it. Anyways, this is a sock I started. It's a 2x2, 2x2 ribbed with a stockinette on the bottom. I'm doing a afterthought heel, I think, or is it a peasant heel when you put the lifeline in? I don't know. But I'm doing an afterthought heel on this. I have not cast on the second one. I'll get to it eventually. There's no rush. They'll go in a tub for my dad for next Christmas. And the next one, I didn't say. That was not a pattern. It's just a 72 stitch sock. That's it. Sorry. Next up is a sock pair for me. This is Opal. They're part of their Van Gogh. He's my favorite artist. You'd think I'd know how to say his name, but it's part of that collection. This one's based off of Starry Night. I have done the I also got the one that's based off the sunflower painting, and I already knit those. That's where I'm going with this. Also, I have sock blockers. They're buried on my desk somewhere, and I didn't get them out. I'll do that the next time I film. But I have one sock done. This is just a 64 stitch sock with a knit one, slip one, heel flap. Again, there's not a pattern. Most of my socks don't have patterns. I just knit what I know. And I got about probably 2/3 of the leg done. This was my car knitting. I'm missing a project. Okay, I'll find that. This was my car knitting until I started my other project, which has been my car knitting. So once I finish that project, I'll get back to these and finish these, and then I'll probably work on my dad's socks as car knitting. Okay, let me find my other project that I'm missing. That might just be in the pile somewhere. All right, I found it. It was hanging on the door. I forgot I had brought it in because I knew I was going to film. So this has been my car knitting. This is a beautiful project bag. It's like a stretchy fabric. I love the bag. I got it at a quilt store / yarn store in Palmer last summer. It doesn't have a name, the designer, no tag or anything on the inside. So the project that I'm knitting is in this yarn. It's Belgrade Fibers. It's one of her older dyes. This was part of the Middle Earth collection. It's the Minas Margul colorway. I might have messed that up. Oops. My son's a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so he was very excited when I said I was going to knit him a hat. And he picked out the yarn. So this is just, it doesn't look very big, but it will be. It's the 2x2 hat by Sari Nordlund. It's one of her older patterns. I picked it mainly because of the increases. This yarn is too busy, you can't tell. I liked the way the 2x2 increases looked on the hat. And I words are not coming. Anyways, this has been my car knit. It's easy, it's fun. It's just a 2x2 rib. I knit it when I'm sitting in the pickup line or waiting on whatever in the car. But I love it, and I also appreciate that it's top down so that I can knit it until I run out of yarn or until it's the length that my son wants, because he would like it full with a fold up brim. But it's a beautiful yarn and a beautiful pattern, and I'm very excited to have it done eventually. That is all of my knitting projects. I forgot to put the tag away. I'm trying to keep my ball bands together. We'll see how that works out. That's all my knitting. I only have one crochet project, and it is a sweater for my son. Wow, that is it's actually kind of an accurate color. It's a dark gray with I think the red is more maroon than it's showing up. I Yeah, it's more maroon than it's showing up. This is just a granny. What is this pattern? Zigzag? Chevron? But it's just a granny strip with this pattern, whatever it's called. I've actually got quite a bit of it done. It's about halfway. I haven't worked on it in a while. I don't knit a lot of blankets. I tend to get bored when blankets get too big. I did crochet. I did crochet this one. You can see right here the wonderful dielet issue that I had. I anyways, that's the 6-day star blanket. Obviously I had a dielet issue because I bought the yarn 2 different times. So this is the gray is a Karen um 1 pound cake, and then the maroon is a big twist. And I think it's the color's wine, and then this is like a dark gray mix is what it's called. Sorry. My allergies are being crazy today. I will get to it eventually. We'll see. I don't We'll get there when we get there, I guess. Okay, that is all my yarn related projects. I have a couple other knitting projects that are sitting in a UFO bin until I figure out if I want to rip them out, keep knitting them. So I decided not to show those. So next I'm going to show my cross stitching. Now I have a lot of cross stitch projects on the go, and a lot of that is I like with the blankets, I get bored easily, and then cross stitching is one of those things that I kind of ebb and flow out of, where um I'll work on cross stitching, like I'll be focused on it, like hyper focused on it, and work on it, like that'll be all that I work on. And then I'll go months without cross stitching, and I have gone months. Up until January 1st, when I bought this kit, I had not cross stitched in probably 3 months. That's just how it works. So I don't know how much cross stitch I will get done. I plan to at least try to focus on getting a few things finished and not starting anything cross stitch related this year, except for this one. This is in a very beautiful project bag made by Ziploc. This is just how I just put my cross stitch projects in Ziploc bags. Mainly is to protect the fabric. Some of them I don't even put in bags. It's just how it works. So this I got. My mom and I went shopping on January 1st, and I found this beautiful project. It is a old-timey gas pump with the symbols for Route 66 on it, and can't figure out where my fingers. I'm assuming this is a oil drum, oil can. I think it's just slightly out of proportion. My husband, son, and I are all into vintage cars, and I yep, my brain just went kaput. my son and I went to the Henry Ford Museum in Dearborn, Michigan this summer and got to see all the old cars. It was amazing. If you've never been, I highly recommend it. And as soon as I saw this, I'm like, I need it. I need to stitch it. So, this is just a DMZ kit. I got it at Joann's. And I'm just doing it on the kit fabric, which looks like a 14 count. So I have finished the gas pump and the oil drum and the cement that it's on. I still have the back stitching left to do on the pump. There's also back stitched grass and the skyline in the background I need to do, but I love it. I think I did this in like 2 days, just watching movies at my mom and dad's when we were having our chill vacation. I love it. I can't wait until this is done and I can hang it on the wall. So my next, sorry, that was loud. My next project is actually not started by me. It's an adopted project. However, it was originally intended to be for me. So this is Fantasy Ride. It's a little carousel. And this is, it's a Leisurely Arts leaflet from 1991. And this project was actually started in 1991. My mom started this for my nursery. I guess I had carousel curtains in my nursery, and she saw this and wanted to make it for me. She started it, and then stuff happened. She never managed to finish it. It moved from Michigan to Alaska, and then she decided to give it to me. And I am excited to finish it. I haven't put any stitching into it yet, but it's so pretty. This half is completely done. And then the tail is done, and I just need to put in the legs, all the background stuff, and the ribbon that comes off the carousel pole. I picked up all the DMCs for this, and I'm sure because these are 1991 DMCs, and this has been sitting for 30 years plus years. The colors might be different. These might be faded. They might have changed. The highlights might be different. But I'm kind of okay with that because I think it'd be fun to be able to see where my mom had started and where I finished. So I haven't actually put any stitches into this. I plan to. I got all my DMC bags. No, my DMC flosses in my bag so that when I do decide to work on it, it's ready. So my next project is a Witcher silhouette. I got this on Etsy a long time ago. I don't know if it's still on there. But I love it. I'm a good chunk of the way through. I think I finished all of the black and then this dark purple, and then I have like 3 or 4 colors. I think it's 4 colors left, and it's all in the head. I love The Witcher. I read all the books, played the games. I was enjoying the show. I don't know if I'll be enjoying it with the new actor. That's a whole side quest. I'll probably watch it, but we'll see. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about The stitch marker, nope, the needle minder, the Kiss, is from Etsy. I got it a long time ago. I don't know if it's still available. Okay. Up next is, this is Hell, like Hel, Loki's daughter with Agraboda. I should know this. She's my favorite. She is half dead, half alive. It's the patterns by Thread Geeks. Good lord. And I love it. I use water soluble pens to mark my boxes, my 10 by 10 boxes, so that it's easier for me to know what I'm doing. When I started this, I was going to do all of the 310, all of the black first, and then come back and stitch it in. I got bored of that. So I added in, I don't know, nope, it's on this side. If you can see right in here, what was that? Something just fell. Right in here. You can kind of see the navy blue that I added in. Then I went back to doing blue. I love it. It's beautiful. We'll see if I get around to it and can figure out editing and everything. I'll put my stitch count. Anything that's in Pattern Keeper, I will put the stitch count and the percentage done. The stitch count done, the amount of stitches there are, and the percentage. Here-ish, somewhere, maybe. We'll see how editing goes. I have never edited a video before, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, my next one is another along, like my stocking knit along. This is a cross stitch along. It is, hang on, let me find something to put behind it. That's better. This is the Femurs and Fungi Sal from Fine Frog Stitchery. I was keeping up with it. Then I stopped keeping up with it. Part of it is hidden under the, there you go, you can see that one. But I was keeping up with it for a while, and then I stopped. But I only have the three frames to fill in, and then it will be done. But I love it. I forgot to mention. So most of my projects are done on 18 count white Aida. This is a 14 count Aida that I got at either Michael's or Joann's. I was looking for a darker color. I thought about dyeing my own fabric. Didn't feel like it at the time. So I just picked this up. I don't mind that it's 14 count. I prefer working with 18 count, but 14 is fine. This stitch marker is from Emily. She's here on YouTube. I'm gonna put her name here because I'm blanking. I love it. It's beautiful. This is definitely going to be one of those ones that I want to finish this year. Preferably sooner rather than later, because she has a new one starting. Crows and Crowns, I think, is what it is. And I would like to do that. I'm not going to say I'm going to do it as a sal because I can't keep up with sals. It's, at this point, it's known. Let me put that back on so that I don't lose it. Okay, my next one is the first full coverage that I ever started. I've never actually finished a full coverage yet. We'll get there. This is the Eye of Smog from Tilton Crafts, and it was a limited edition one, maybe. I don't know if it was limited edition or if it was just retired, but I got quite a ways in. I love it. This is 25 count, I think. 25 count, easy grid. It's beautiful. I love it. I just got tired. It's a lot of dark stitching, but I am right about here in this corner. The eye is going to start, so it'll be different, like semi-different colors. So I think when I pick it up next, I'll work there so that I can make sure, not make sure, good, so that I can stitch something other than these dark colors. But it's going to be beautiful. I'll get it done eventually, just like all of my other projects. Okay, my next one is just an FYI. None of these are ironed, so sorry. This is a Pokemon stitch. It's a cat tree with all of Eevee's evolutions on it. I'll put where I got it over here somewhere. I know I got it on Etsy, and I have other designs by the same designer, but I'm blanking. And of course, I had every intention of writing down all my information so that I could do it. However, I knew that if I just didn't sit down and just film, I was going to check it out. So I gave up trying to get everything together. Another stitch marker, Etsy, no idea where, when, who, none of it. Next is a project that I started ages and ages ago. And let me see if I can find. It's called Haunting Night by Doreen J. Cross Stitch. I'm probably not how that's said. I've gotten a good chunk of this done somewhere in there. This is when I first started cross stitching, which tells you how much I actually finish. There's a mistake in here somewhere, so it's 1 stitch skinnier than it was supposed to be. I still have the bottom to finish, the jack-o'-lanterns on the bottom. There's supposed to be a border around it. I'm not going to do the border. Frankly, when I get to this, it will be a focus on finishing, and it'll just be getting it over with. This is a 18 count oatmeal I got at Michael's, Joann's, who knows. Oh, right. Okay, next is another full coverage. I love this one so much. I love that her eyes are done. This is called Windrunner. It's from a game. World of Warcraft. What? Yeah. Yes. I absolutely love it. The pattern is from Nope. It's from Thread Geeks. I love it. The last time I worked on it, I really, really wanted to get to her eyes, so I did it. And my favorite part is definitely her ear. You can see the detail on her earrings, and I just love that. I love it so much. This, I can't wait to get further into it. She is beautiful. She will be beautiful. Next is, I don't know what this one is. So see on camera it looks better. Okay, so this is, let me check. Okay, this is Filigree Fox by Tilton Crafts. I started this and got this much done in like 2 days, but then I stopped because I always do full cross on my um full coverages, but I decided to try doing tent stitch, and I wasn't sure on the coverage. I think because I stare at it, when you're cross stitching, you're so close to it that you can see all of the light, the white through it. But seeing it on camera, and I know that looking at it from a distance when it's done, it's going to be beautiful. I was on the fence about this one, but I think after seeing it, I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to keep working on it. Next project. We are putting a dent in my pile, I promise. So my next project is Skull Sampler. I got it on Etsy. I'm not sure who the designer is. I'll put it over here. It's just a bunch of different skulls. There's a coffin. That's what that's called. This is not the color of the fabric. Nope. This is kind of like a dark green. It's like, it's not showing up on camera at all. This is an 18 count piece of Aida. It was white. I dyed it with Rit dye. I love it. It's beautiful. I'm doing 310 on it. Really stitching. I love it. Okay, next is another full coverage. This is from Hade. It's one of their books by, I think it's designed by Randall Spangler. It's one of the book designs. It's the Joy of Computer Work, I believe. I was working on this a lot and then just got bored of it. You'll notice there are a bunch of holes up in here that are white. That is because when I started this, I did not have that color that goes up there. Obviously, since then I've ordered it, I have it. I just have not worked on it. But eventually I'll work on it. finish it. This is for my husband's office. My husband works in IT, so a computer thing he's gonna love. Okay, and next is I I should have written this information down. I will have it for next time. I'll put the designer's name over here. She does a lot of like the movie posters. And I have done or not movie posters, but like the welcome to posters, like the vintage ones. I have done the welcome to Arrakis one from Dune, and this is welcome to the Shire, with my little hobbit, needle minder. Honestly, there's so much blue in this sky, and it's the two same colors of blue. And I got tired of it, so I put it down. When I actually finish, this is just the first page. When I actually finish it, the sky, then I'll be able to get into the prettier parts of it. The hobbit hole is started down here. Eventually, I'll get back to it, and it'll probably be a gift for my son. Again, Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien, huge fan. I am too, but not as much as he is. So my next project is another full coverage, and this one's from this way. It's from Thread Geeks. This is the Black and Tan Starry Night one. It's not available on her from her, at least. I don't know if it is somewhere else. I have quite a bit done on this, and you can tell where I got bored of doing Sky and started working on the dog. Our sausage dog is a black and tan. So wow, that is terrible. Who cares? Nobody's gonna be looking at the back. And I love it. I call this one Starry Stinky. My dog's name's a little bit, but she always goes by Stinky. Most of the time, that's her little nickname. So I'm excited to have this as a little finish, if I ever finish it. As you can see over here, I was marking because I cut my fabric wrong. And that's the edge of the pattern. We'll see. I'm probably going to sew on a piece of fabric to this side so that it'll fit in my Q-snap to be able to finish it. But it's going to be a hot minute before I get there. And that's even if I decide to do all the way to the end. I might just chop off a couple rows on the end. A couple columns on the end. We'll see. Okay, my next one is Coffin Buzz. Coffin Buzz, I think. This is a very old freebie from Plum Street Samplers. This is a piece of hand-dyed 18 count Ada. I love it. I just haven't worked on it. I think I did this all when I first started it and then have not worked on it since. I think the only thing I did was to put it in the hoop. I'm going to get around to it eventually. I'd like it to be finished by the end of the year. This would be a quick finish because I just have to finish the saying and then a couple more things around it, but we'll see. And that is using DMC 304 for the color. So my next one is technically not a cross stitch. It is a beaded embroidery. It's from Bisilla. I think I got it at Joann's, maybe Michael's. I don't know. It's beautiful. However, you will notice that I stopped right here without finishing this blue for here or for here. The reason is because there were not enough beads in the kit of that navy blue, and I ran out. So I stopped working on it. I will probably, I'm going to dig through my seed beads. I have a lot of seed beads. I do beaded jewelry sometimes. Um, Not these. These ones I got um, from a shop in Talkeetna. But I have seed beads. I'm going to go through, find something that's at least remotely close. If I don't have anything, I'll go look at Joann's, Michael's, or the bead store. We do have a bead store in Anchorage. And they might have a color that works. I probably would have done it before, but I was kind of upset that they didn't put enough beads in there. And I'm hoping that there's enough of the other beads, like this kind of lighter blue, turquoisey. That one, there's plenty left over of. I finished it, it's in these spikes, and then there's all throughout dotted. There was plenty, and I have plenty left over of that one. Not even really close on the blue. So I'll figure it out. I'll get to it eventually. Okay, next is, yeah, that's correct. What is this one called? I know that it is from Thread Geeks. It's called Scars from Thread Geeks. It's a like 8x8 size on my 18 count. There's a lot of purple. It'll be beautiful. I just got a couple days start into it. That's it. Okay. Next is one of two Long Dog samplers that I have going. This is Opening Gambit. My son's he loves chess. He did in elementary school. He did chess club, and he loved it. So he loves this. He picked it out. I'm using DMC 844, and this is just a piece of self-dyed 18 count. I haven't gotten too far, but I'm enjoying it. And then I have, actually, this is my last WIP. Yay! So I have another Long Dog that was just shoved into the bag. This is Ragnarok. I love Viking mythology, Norse mythology, so I was very excited when this one came out. I started immediately and didn't get very far. I'm using DMC 310 black and DMC 666. The red is going to be kind of like peppered in. It's going to be mostly black, but then peppered in. I'm loving it. Eventually, I'll get back to it. Who knows? Okay, that's all my WIPs. So I don't know how often I will post videos, updates. I'm hoping that it'll be once a month, maybe, like a what I did in the month type thing. Maybe it'll be every 2 weeks. We'll see. I think it really just depends on how much I get done. I am a stay-at-home mom, so I have a lot of time to craft, but I tend to jump around. projects. With my knitting, I haven't been doing that so much lately, which has been nice. I've been able to focus on projects and get things finished, but we'll see. I have plans to shift my wardrobe to mostly handmade things. I have a lot of handmade stuff now, but I don't wear it as often. Um, because it's more, nicer stuff, especially for my sewing, like dresses. I don't wear dresses around the house. Most of the time I wear leggings. Most of the time out of the house I wear jeans. Um, and then I like band tees or merch tees or like hoodies, from my favorite podcasts or from places I've been. And I definitely plan to still have those, but I want to have more everyday wearables. I I have actually quite a few sewing patterns for more wearable around the house type things. And I'd like to knit some more um, lighter things too, because a lot of my sweaters, um, when it gets above like 73 degrees Fahrenheit in my house, I sweat if I'm wearing anything other than a t-shirt. So, I'd like to have more lightweight knits. I do have some. I just forget to wear them. Um, but yeah, that's my plan. Again, I don't know how often I'll post. Um, the videos might be awkward and disjointed when I do, or squirrels. I really, really tried to keep my ADHD in check this time and tried to focus as much as possible. I will see when I edit this if I actually manage to stay focused most of the time. We'll see. Also, editing. I have never edited a video before, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I can figure it all out. So, I think that's all I have. Thank you for watching, if you did. If you made it this far, like, wow, thank you. I will see you next time. Bye.